What is going on, everyone? So in this video we're going back to the DualShock 4. If you guys know this channel, I mostly make content on the current gen consoles and platforms, and I've made a few videos on fixing stick drift on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 controllers, which you can find on my channel. And I noticed there's a lot of people in the comments that were asking the same question: if the same method to fixing the stick drift works on the PlayStation 4 controller. So I found a PS4 DualShock controller with stick drift, and you guessed right. We're going to take it apart and we're going to try to clean the potentiometer to see if it's going to fix the stick drift as it did on the other videos for the current gen platforms. Now I want to give you guys a heads up. I've never opened a PlayStation 4 controller. This channel started back in 2022 when the PS5 was out, and I started making content based on the current gen platforms. I never even owned a PS4 at that time because I got rid of it and I upgraded to a PS5. Now this is something new to me, but I always preach on this channel that you should open your controllers, try to fix it even if you don't have any experience. And this is something that I'm going to be doing in this video, so hopefully we could get the sucker fixed. So as we can clearly see that this stick is going up, so the left analog stick is drifting upwards. This right one is okay, but this one has a drift upwards. So to fix the stick drift issue, we first have to understand what causes a stick drift. And as mentioned before in my previous videos, these controllers, the PS5 controllers, Xbox controllers, all use the standard potentiometers, where there's a metal wiper and this wiper makes connection with the carbon track. And over time, either the wiper or the carbon track can wear out, making an imperfection connection, which causes the stick drift. So what we want to do is open it up and do a little cleaning to make sure that that connection is precise and it's registered correctly without any imperfections. So we're just going to be needing a Phillips screwdriver and a prying tool, preferably something that's metal, and we're going to turn it around and we're going to get these 4 little screws here. Once we got the 4 screws, we're going to take our prying tool. We're going to get the prying tool in there. Twist it around until this cap falls off. And we want to get this ribbon cable out. Put this aside. Let's get the battery out of here. Want to get this screw to take off the battery plate. Okay. Now remember, guys, this is my first time opening this up, so I'm going to try to be very careful here. Okay. Now I believe this fold comes off. Just like that. I'm going to get this little ribbon cable out of here. And once we're here, we could take our joysticks out and we will be exposed with the potentiometers here. This is the left joystick that we're having an issue with, and the one that we push up. So this is the potentiometer that controls up and down. This one controls left and right. So we have to work on this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, we're going to clean it out, and then we're going to see and test it if it's going to fix the stick drift. So I flipped over the board so it's a little bit easier to access it. Just be careful about these wires so they don't come off. And to open this one, we just need to stick something in here and just lightly pry it open. Don't pull it out too far just enough so you could get that wiper out. And we'll take a look at that carbon track to see in what condition it is. It helps if you have some tweezers. You just want to put it in there gently. So after removing the wiper, it does look like the metal is a little bit bent. So I'm going to see if I could replace it with a different one. And we're also going to clean that up. Now you could use a Q-tip with some alcohol, but using a Q-tip you may leave some fabric in here, so I prefer using a contact cleaner. So with the contact cleaner you don't really have to put anything there except this liquid, which dries out real quick. It's like doing surgery. So look, I have this bag of potentiometers, and we're just gonna open one of these up, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you need to get some of these. And we're just gonna steal one of these little wipers. So this is the one that came out from the PS4, and I'm gonna replace it with this one. So these two little balls here, they're gonna be in the bottom with this metal rod facing the carbon track. So I should click in there like that. Alright, now let's give it a quick test to see if this helps. So if we put the battery in, we should be able to test it. Okay, so with this one, the USB is here, so I have to actually connect this here. I just don't want to put this thing together just to test it. It should be able to test like this. Okay, I think it's on here. Okay, it looks centered. Let's just see if we could move it around. Okay, so there we go. Perfectly centered. How about that? So with just this quick experiment, with no prior experience of opening a PS4 controller ever in my life, I just watched a quick video on teardown. We were able to fix the stick drift on the PS4 controller. So that just shows you if you guys have this issue. And I remember playing with my PS4 Warzone and many other different games, and I went through maybe 3 or 4 controllers on my PS4 just because the stick drift was so common. And I never knew about this until I opened my channel up in 2022 and start doing the research and figuring out how to fix these problems, because if I have it, most likely you also have it. So that's why I encourage you guys to try to fix it yourself, because these things cost 50-60 bucks. If you have a few minutes, this probably took me, if I wasn't filming this, because setting it up and doing all the filming, trying to get all the angles, that takes time. But if I wasn't filming this, I would probably get this done in about 20 minutes. I'm going to leave all the descriptions for the parts if you need these, the potentiometers on Amazon. So you could get these cubes here just like this, or you could also get the potentiometers just the size of them, so you could just swap out the wiper and put it onto your controller. Well guys, I hope this really helped maybe a few of you guys out, and I challenge you to try it yourself. Maybe this worked as well, I'm not sure, but like I said, using the Q-tip with alcohol, what happens is the Q-tip fibers, they can get stuck inside the controller, and if they're there, then the contact with the wiper and the carbon, they're so precise that any little fiber, it could interfere and the stick won't be centered. So I'll leave a description where to purchase one of these as well. This helps me out a lot to clean the PCB boards, the flex cables. Check out my videos. I use this to fix the buttons on the controllers as well if you have a problem with this. If you guys want to see more PS4 content, let me know.